What's up, everybody? It's your boy Zay Mopri, aka Zay's Down, and today we're going to be talking about, it's not about forces, it's about choices. Now, this whole topic related to a story that happened to me at school. Do you want me to go ahead and tell that story?
Yeah, just tell them the story about what happened in school and how we came up with this whole topic, because that's key.
Okay, so I was at school, putting my phone in my locker and everything, getting ready to go in class. And this boy, I believe he goes by the name of Jamal, came, with the jacket on, with the Gucci watch on, with all these nice shoes and gold and just all that type of stuff. And then he came, and then I had on these Puma shoes. They were white and they looked like Air Forces. So he comes and he stops. And he's like, and he looks at my shoes and he's like, "Are those Air Forces?" And I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Then what are they?" And I'm like, "Pumas." And then he was like, "Oh my." He's just like, "Oh my gosh, why do I know somebody who got Pumas?" Like all of his people who, let's say, other kids at school who, let's say, worship him, like he didn't want to be seen by them or nothing. He's just like, he got Pumas. He don't got nothing new, nothing fresh, nothing that's $200 or anything. He just walked away, and I'm just like, and I just continue on my day. So that's how we came up with this topic. So, Daddy?
Yo, it's interesting because, like, the same stuff that he's dealing with at school, I used to deal with at school too. Like, all the kids deal with. If you don't have the nicest clothes or the nicest shoes, they either think you're not cool, you're not annoying, or you just don't have any swag. And what's funny about the story is, it's crazy because Zayshawn could have had a pair of Jordans, he could have had a pair of Forces, he could have had a pair of whatever he wanted. But Zayshawn is at the age where I'm trying to teach him to think for himself, and that's what I encourage a lot of other parents to do. So when we went school shopping, we gave him a couple $100 for clothes, we gave him a couple $100 for shoes, and we gave him about $100 for supplies. And we said, "Look, you're old enough, you're 11 years old now. It's time for you to start thinking for yourself. I can't keep thinking for you, because if I keep thinking for you, you're gonna make a whole lot of mistakes as you get older." So I said, "Look, here go your money for your clothes. I'll go with you, pick out whatever you want." And he picked out the clothes. Then when it came down for him to pick out the shoes, you had the section where the Jordans were, you had the section where the Huaraches were, you had the section where the Kyries were and all that stuff. And then you had the stores where, the Pumas, the Filas and Reeboks, stuff like that. I said, "Now look, if we go in this store right here, you're gonna spend your whole $125, your whole $150 on one pair of shoes. But if you go in this store right here, you can probably get about 2 or 3 pair of shoes with the money that you got." You had to fork in the road, make a decision. And he thought about it, and as he was drifting over to the store where the Nike is and the Rogers and all that stuff, Foot Locker, he was going in the Foot Locker direction. Then he tricked me. He said, "You know what? That's stupid. I don't care." And he turned around and he went to the Puma store and got like 2 or 3 pair of Pumas. And I was like, wow, the power of letting the kid, make his own choices. It's just something good about that. It makes me smile knowing that, he was able to make a smart decision, a decision that he won't regret. I'm trying to make him, I'm trying to help him with not allow him to be just like everybody else, which is a sheep and a follower. A few weeks ago, something happened, with the whole grass situation. We cut grass and we getting my yard scraped, we getting my driveway scraped, we pressure washing the side of the house and all that stuff. So one day Zay got home from school and I asked him to cut the grass. And this is where he explained to you guys what happened and what ultimatum did I give him.
So I got home from school. I have a study home school, so I had already finished all my homework, and I had a lot of homework today. I finished all that. I got home from school, I took out the trash, I did my chores, and I was finally able to, get in my bed, take a nap, watch TV, and do all the stuff, do all the stuff that I would want to do.
Right. Play the guitar, chill, talk on the phone, whatever.
Yeah, so then when I was just in the middle of doing that, just getting comfortable and everything, my dad, he's downstairs, he calls me, he's like, "Zay," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then he's like, "Cut the grass," and then I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I just don't want to cut the grass at all. I mean, like, I'm comfortable, I don't feel like having to change clothes and then go outside, and I'm afraid of bugs, and it's all type of bugs in the grass and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you just have to try to dodge bugs and then ended up having the lawn look ugly and all that stuff because I was scared of a couple little spiders that was crawling. I don't want to have to go through all that and then plus have to come back, be hot out there, come back, have to take a shower, and then by the time I get ready to get comfortable again, it's time for me to go to bed because I got school tomorrow.
Pretty much.
So I'm just like, no, I'm just like, can I cut the grass some other time or something like that? to daddy, and then he was just like, I'm gonna give you a choice, and I was like, ooh, a choice. He's never gave me a choice before. I thought it was gonna be like a win for me and not a win for you.
Right.
So then he gave me a choice, and he said I can either cut the grass and have my own room and have my own privacy, or not cut the grass and not have my own room and sleep on the floor and all that stuff. Of course, I chose cut the grass because I have to have my bed and be able to lay in the bed and all that stuff. So I went out there moody, mad and all that stuff, cut the grass. And I forced myself to cut the grass, but in the end it was worth it because I get a bed and I get my own privacy and everything. So that's a story that happened. And as I was cutting the grass, I thought about why he gave me a choice, but I didn't really know why. I didn't really know why he did that. I didn't know why he gave me the choice in the first place. Like, why? So can you explain why you gave me that cut the grass bed, not cut the grass floor?
Right.
Can you explain why you gave me that situation?